Welcome to footballgameplan.com, where football makes sense. I'm Emery Hunt, the czar of the playbook. Bring you our NFL Week 10 preview between the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now let's take a look at some keys to victory for both teams, starting with the Bills.
The Buffalo Bills will have E.J. Manuel back in the lineup this week versus the Pittsburgh Steelers, and his decision-making will bring much-needed consistency to the pivot position. However, the true game plan versus Pittsburgh should tilt towards C.J. Spiller and company with the running game. Right now, the Bills are able to keep teams off balance with their rushing attack, while the Steelers are having big-time problems stopping the run. Defensively, going in the trenches is where you're going to find the most important matchup, the Bills' defensive line versus the Steelers' interior. This week, more than others, poses a different challenge as Ben Roethlisberger is a guy that can extend plays with his legs, so it'll be interesting to see what defensive coordinator Mike Pettin has in store for his front seven. Does he turn them loose, or does he scale it back a bit and play more coverage? Now let's move over to Pittsburgh in this ball game, and the Steelers have to get back to running the football. That goes without say. But this week versus the Bills, I think they can make life easier for Ben Roethlisberger in the pocket by working Le'Veon Bell more in the passing game to combat that Bills pressure. Bell has soft hands, and swinging him out or flaring him out of the backfield could ultimately buy time later on in the game for Big Ben to find targets deep down the field. On the defensive side, I've liked what I've seen so far from defensive end Cameron Hayward up front. It's imperative for the Steelers to get penetration inside versus this Bills offense. The best way you stop a spread team like Buffalo is with interior pressure. Now on the back end, free safety Ryan Clark and strong safety Troy Polamalu have to be active and diligent in run support, as the Bills have alley runners. Those are guys that can find the lane, hit it, and take it the distance.
The Buffalo Bills know that they have to be able to get pressure versus Ben Roethlisberger, but they also know that they can't get over-aggressive to where he can gash them deep down the field. So I'm going to show you how they can play cover two and still get pressure on the inside. Now what we're going to have is your 2 deep, 4 underneath zone, because again, cover two, safety is responsible for deep half. Where we're going to have the corners, get your bump, out responsibilities. Get your bump, try to funnel this guy inside, you're responsible for the out. And where we're going to have the other 2 guys dropping back in underneath coverage, hook the curl zone, the 2 outside backers. So we're not going to send the outside guys because we're trying to keep contained with these guys as well, but we're also dropping back into the underneath coverage. They have hook the curl responsibility. All of the action will take place with the 5 guys left inside the box. And what we're trying to do here, we're trying to get pressure on the inside to hurry up and force Roethlisberger into a quick throw. So what we're going to do, we're going to send this 5 technique shooting down this B gap. We're going to have the nose tackle push through the center and push through the weak side A gap. Why? Because we have a delayed blitz by the inside linebacker. He's going to wait. Boom, he's shooting the A gap as well. We're also going to have a twist between the inside linebacker to the strong side and that 5 technique as he's pushing through the B gap. So you have double B gap pressure, double A gap pressure. You have your contained blitzer on, your contained defender on the outside with the 5 technique. So that's how you can get pressure on the inside, dropping 4 guys in underneath coverage and being protected back deep with your 2 safeties. So that's how the Bills can protect themselves versus the Steelers offense, but also still be able to get pressure versus Ben Roethlisberger. The Pittsburgh Steelers know they will see a lot of pressure coming from the Buffalo Bills, and I'm going to show you how they can beat that pressure with the quick pass. Now this route I'm going to draw up is great versus a team like Buffalo that will try to combo cover or banjo cover the second receiver in the bunch, which would be this guy right here. So you have your Mike backer and your safety trying to combo cover this guy, and this is a route combination that can easily defeat that. And I'm going to show you how we can get this done. Now what we're going to do, we're going to have the outside guy, weak side in the bunch come in motion. He's coming in motion, and you want to wait till he gets to the outside leg of the receiver, and then you want to snap the football and he's running the takeoff route. Then you have the guy at the top of the bunch, which would be the tight end. He's running an option route. Either he's going to break in or break out. That could put this safety in the bind. Why? Because we have the crosser coming across the field attacking this middle linebacker. So now they can't combo cover this player right here because we're also sending the outside guy on the bunch on a whip route. He's going to come in, threaten his area, then whip back out. So you see where a lot of confusion can happen in the triangle between the Mike, the safety, and the back of the flat defender. So that's one way the Pittsburgh Steelers can influence the safety to try to create a one-on-one opportunity for the crosser, or try to hit the option route, or try to get a guy caught in the muck so that way they can hit the takeoff route deep down the field. So that's an option for them this week versus Buffalo, because again, they will see a lot of pressure coming from the Bills.
The X factor for the Bills will be the vertical passing game. Right now, I believe they have to start attacking deep down the field more to expand this offense. And with the return of E.J. Manuel back there in the pocket, I think they have a great opportunity this week versus Pittsburgh to make it happen. The X factor for the Steelers will be team focus. Right now, I still believe, despite all of the injuries, there's enough talent on this roster to win football games, but they have to tie up the loose ends and eliminate the mental errors and the physical errors that has plagued this team so far this season. Now, here are some coaching points for both teams in this ball game. For Buffalo, you don't want to move E.J. Manuel around a lot in the pocket and also in the running game. This is his first game back returning from a knee injury, so take it easy. Don't put a lot on his shoulders physically. And you want to go double tight and try to get to the edge in the running game. I think they can have some success running off tackle versus Pittsburgh, and I would also get aggressive versus those Steeler wide receivers. Force Ben Roethlisberger to hold that football just a little bit too long, sending delayed pressure down that A and B gap, and you can get him on the ground and hopefully get the Steelers offense off the field. And for the Steelers in this ball game, they have to be able to get the running game going. That is a must. Le'Veon Bell getting off to a great start goes a long way in bringing that much needed balance to the offense and helping the Steelers win this game. And they must be able to get off the field defensively. You want to put Buffalo in a situation where they're going to have to press offensively, because right now teams are going on these long sustained drives versus the Steelers defense, and you have to protect the football. -11 in the turnover differential is not going to win you ball games. That's the real reason why you're 2-6. Protect the football and ultimately win the game. I like the Bills in this ball game. This game, in my opinion, will be won on both sides of the line of scrimmage, and you have to give the edge to Buffalo. I think their offensive line will do a great job in opening up holes for the running game, and on defense, they'll do an excellent job of getting penetration and keeping Ben Roethlisberger coddled in the pocket, and I think they'll do a great job in sending those delayed blitzes as well. So I like the Bills to go on the road and knock off the Steelers. And I also want to give a huge shout out to Bill fan forums and Steeler fan forums for always showing football game plan support.